Hello, this is Todd Wall from Aquatongue Media, and there's an article I saw I wanted to review. The title is California is cracking down on flaming hot Cheetos and Twinkies. State lawmakers have voted to ban chemicals used in both snacks from school lunchrooms. And as we go through the article, we'll see it has more than just to do with these particular food items. It's going to extend to a broader range of snacks and foods that kids eat, but let's start the article. Begins Sacramento, California. Move over, Michelle Obama. The California legislature just passed a school meal rule that could really leave a mark. State lawmakers on Thursday voted to prohibit California schools from serving food additives used in Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Twinkies, and other fluorescent snacks. That is kind of that is kind of funny when you read. I guess ideally snacks should not be fluorescent, but it makes it more colorful and more appealing to people, so that's fine. The move, backers argue, is necessary to limit the intakes of dyes that have been linked to worsened behavioral issues in kids who have attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder, commonly known as ADHD. California has a responsibility to protect our students from chemicals that harm children and interfere with their ability to learn, Democratic Assembly member Jesse Gabriel, the author of the bill, said in a statement. As a lawmaker, a parent, and someone who struggled with ADHD, I find it unacceptable that we allow schools to serve foods with additives that are linked to hyperactivity and neurobehavioral harms. Now, I don't know much about the science behind this. I do know that there's a lot of chemicals and dyes that are more strictly regulated and, in fact, prohibited in other parts of the world. I know in particular, Europe has very strict rules regarding some of these food items and these additives. And so, not sure how I feel exactly about this. I'm sure this might sound like an instance in which California is overreaching a little bit. I know California is notorious for putting out some laws, regulating the use of plastic bags or prohibiting the use of straws or ketchup, things like that at fast food. So I understand the first reaction sometimes when you see laws coming out of California is to think that this is nanny state overreach. But actually, in this instance, I think, producing food, I think if there's any doubt about harmful impacts of some of these foods and these additives, I think you should err on the side of, being more cautious. The article continues, Governor Gavin Newsom still needs to sign the first-in-the-nation proposal, but fear of a children's uprising did not prevent him from signing a similar bill last year that outlawed the sale of food containing a dye used in Peeps. An earlier version of the 2023 law would have outlawed titanium dioxide across California, which earned it the title of Skittles ban on some corners of the internet because it is used to color the candy, though that provision was removed. Addressing conservative criticism, Newsom attached to his signing message a bag of candy that was produced in Europe, where manufacturers tweaked their recipes when the European Union banned the same chemical. And I think that's the thing. I think there are very minor modifications that can be made to these foods to sort of make them, allow them to basically, outlaw kind of some of these questionable additives. You can still have colors. They can still be colorful and appeal to children, and you don't need to use these chemicals, I think. So that's kind of the key here. Industry opponents have been fighting this year's bill and disputing reports about its damage to people's health. It's unfortunate that scientifically proven safe ingredients have been demonized for the purpose of advancing a political agenda, John Hewitt of the Consumer Brands Association said in a statement. The passage of this bill could cost schools and families money, limit choice and access, and create consumer confusion. That's kind of interesting. We're talking about Skittles, we're talking about Twinkies, we're talking about hot fries. So I don't know how much confusion and cost increases this will incur. So I think they're sort of over dramatizing the impact of this, and of course they are part of the organization that's representing food, the Food Brands Association. So obviously they're coming from themselves. They have a certain point of view, a certain view that they're trying to propagate. The proposal wouldn't stop stores from selling food containing the dyes or prevent kids from bringing their candies of choice to school, but Gabriel hopes it will nudge food makers to change their formulas. This bill will empower schools to better protect the health and well-being of our kids and encourage manufacturers to stop using these harmful additives, he said. So that's the article. I kind of gave my opinion. What do you think? Please leave your comments and opinions in the comment section below, and would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you taking the time to listen, and we'll be sending out more interesting content over the next couple days and weeks. Thanks.